Professor in IT and MCA department. Now I would like to explain some of the concepts in Python programming. The contents are Python variables, assignment, multiple assignment statements, Python keywords, input-output statements in Python, indentation. I will cover all these concepts in this session. So what is a Python? Python is a general purpose interpreter object-oriented programming language. So what is a general purpose? General purpose. General purpose means, suppose you take real time store, general store. General store means it will available, all types of items is available in general store. Similarly, general purpose means we can develop any type of software can be developed using Python. That means we can develop web application, we can develop standard application, we can develop mathematical application, we can also develop scientific applications. So any type of application can be developed by using Python. That is the general purpose. And second one is a interpreter. Second one is a interpreter. Interpreter means it will convert line by line. If there is any error in the particular line, then conversion will be stopped and it will intimate the error. We have to correct the error. After that, it will continue the conversion of our high level language into system understandable language. That is interpreter. And next one is a object oriented programming language. Next one is OOP, object oriented programming language. That means everything in Python, every data in a Python is a object oriented. So this point you keep in mind, we will discuss later, object oriented programming. And next one is now we have to discuss what is a variable in Python. So what is a variable generally? Variable is a named memory location. We can store the value into a variable. When coming to the Python, it is different from other languages. And you may get a question, why sir? The first point is, in other programming languages, we have to declare the variable. In Python, no need of declaration. Directly we can use the variable. If assign a value to the variable, the data type will be decided by the Python compiler automatically. And second point is nothing but, in other languages, the variables are statically typed, but in Python, variable is a dynamically typed. What is statically typed? Statically typed means once you declared data type for a variable, throughout the program, we cannot change the data type of a variable. When coming to the Python, it is dynamically typed. That means we can change the data type of variable as per our requirement. That is another difference between other programming language and Python. And another one is nothing but, in other languages, variables are value typed. And in Python, variable is a reference type, or we can call it as a pointer type. And next one is in other languages, memory will be allocated for a variable. In Python, unique ID will be allocated for a variable. That is another difference between other languages and Python. And when coming to the last point, Python is a more memory efficient, because if any variable is not pointing to a object, the object will be deallocated automatically by the garbage collector. But this facility is not available in other programming languages. That is another advantage of a Python language. So this is that's why I told Python is different in terms of variable from other languages. So for example, you see here counter equal to 100, counter equal to 100. That means 100 will be assigned to counter. Counter is a variable, then data type of counter will be integer automatically. For example, you see, for example, I am using miles. Miles equal to 1000 0.5. Suppose I will write type of miles. Type of miles. Then you will get output class type is float. Class type is float. So this is the advantage of first difference between other programming language and Python programming language, because here we have not declared the variable miles, but we got the output as a float. It is a float data type. Similarly, counter is a integer data type. Similarly, name is a string data type. Name is a string data type. So while assigning the value, you cannot assign like this. Suppose 100 equal to counter. This is not allowed. So left side must be a variable. Right side can be any value. Right side can be any value. Left side cannot be a constant. Here we have to use variable. Suppose this is a counter is a variable, miles is a variable, name is a variable. Left side must be a variable, right side must be a value or an object. Okay. And the second difference is nothing but in other languages, variable is a value type. Here it is a reference type. And for example, other languages, for example, int, C language, for example, C language and Python, C equal to 10. That means 10 is allocated in the memory and E is pointing to 10. E, suppose you consider the variable is E is pointing to 10 and address will be allocated. Address will be, this is nothing but a address. For example, I have taken another variable f equal to 10. Then another location is created, 10 will be stored, f is pointing to that particular location, address may be, this is nothing but a address. But in the case of Python, suppose I have taken E equal to 10, f equal to 10, E equal to 10 and f equal to 10, then what will happen? 10 will be created as an object. 10 will be created as an object and E is referring to 10. Similarly, f is also referring to 10 because here it is a reference type. That means E is pointing to the object 10, f is also pointing to object 10. But in the case of other languages, E, one location is created separately, for f is also another location is created separately. This is a value type, here it is a reference type. And another difference is nothing but in Python, statically typed. Sorry, in other C language, it is statically typed. In Python, it is dynamically typed. What is statically typed and dynamically typed? That means, for example, in C language, int a equal to 10, and when coming to the Python, a equal to 10. A equal to 10. So here, suppose I want to change the data type of variable, in other languages, it is not possible to change the data type of A. Throughout the program, the data type A is only integer. That means fixed. When coming to the here A is a integer type. Suppose I will write type of A. Then you will get the class int. Suppose I will write A equal to 20.5. Suppose I will write type of A. Then you will get class is nothing but here float. So in this case, A is an integer. When coming to the here, A will be, data type will be float. So it is dynamically typed. That means we can change the data type of the variable as per our requirement in Python language. That is not possible in C language. This is another difference. So here in other languages, suppose I write int A equal to 10 and here memory location will be created 10 and A is pointing to A. Here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is nothing but a address. When coming to the Python, suppose I will write A equal to 10. A equal to 10. That means 10 will be created in the memory and A is pointing to 10, and here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is nothing but a unique ID. Unique ID will be created, but in the case of here, address will be allocated. In the case of C language, in the case of Python, unique ID will be created. That is another difference between other languages and in Python. And garbage collector, suppose if any of the variable is not pointing to the object, then what will happen? The object will be deallocated automatically by the garbage collector. But in the case of other language, for example, you consider in C language, we have to use a predefined functions for deallocation of memory. That is not required in the case of Python. If the variable is local variable, then only garbage collector will deallocate memory when there is no reference to that particular object. But global variable means the value will be exist throughout the program. Okay. When coming to the rules of variables, the first rule is nothing but the Python variable always starts with a character or underscore. Character or underscore is allowed. And second one is number is not allowed. Number is not allowed as first character. And third one is we can use the capital A, small a to small z, comma capital A to capital Z, and also we can use hyphen while declaring the variable names. And the fourth one is keywords cannot be used. Keywords cannot be used as a variable name. And next one is there is a distinction between capital letters, comma small letters. And blank space is not allowed. These are the rules while declaring the variable. The first one is we can use only first letter must be a character or hyphen, and number is not allowed as a first character. We can use the characters small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, and also we can use hyphen. And keywords cannot be used as a variable names. And capital letters and small letters, there is a distinction between capital letters and small letters. And blank space or white space is not allowed while declaring the variable. For example, I have declared underscore my underscore var dollar price amount 1, 2, 3 a underscore b and my hyphen var my var. So this is the valid variable name in Python, because underscore is allowed as a first character we can use, but here we cannot use underscore. We cannot use, we have to use only hyphen. If you use hyphen, it is a valid. And second one you leave it. And the next one is amount 1, 2, 3 is a valid variable name. A underscore b is not allowed, because underscore is not allowed. Only one character is allowed, that is only hyphen. So here you see my hyphen var is a valid. My space var is not allowed because blank space is not allowed. These are the valid and invalid examples of a Python variables. and multiple assignment. That means single value can be assigned for multiple variables by using like this, A equal to B equal to, we can use like this, A equal to B equal to C equal to 1. That means 1 is created in the memory and A is pointing to 1 and B is pointing to 1 and C is also pointing to 1. This is allowed, multiple assignment statement is allowed. That means single value can be assigned for multiple variables, and also we can assign multiple values to a multiple variables. Multiple values can be assigned for multiple variables. That means here A is pointing to 1 and 2 is pointing to B and John is pointing to C. So in this case A is a integer data type and B is also integer data type and C is a string data type. So while assigning, data type will be decided, already discussed. Okay. When coming to the keywords, keywords are reserved word. That means the meaning of reserved words are fixed. We cannot change throughout the program. That's why we cannot define variable name as a keyword. These are the keywords available in Python. For example, if you want to get the list of keywords in a current version, then you have to use the following code. For example, I want to get the list of keywords, then you have to import keyword, then you have to use print statement, print of keyword dot kwlist to print all the list of keywords of a current version of Python. You can get it by using the following code. Okay. And if you want to, so next one is a taking input in Python. So the function that takes the input from the user, and the input function is used to read data from the keyboard. It is going to be evaluated. If it is a valid number or a string, then it is going to be accepted. Otherwise, it will give an error or raise an exception. The following are the two built-in functions available in Python for reading data from the keyboard. One is a input function, another one is a raw underscore input function. Input function we can use in Python 3 as well as in Python 2 also, but raw input can be used in Python 2 only. So this is the example, val equal to input, enter a value. This is used in, for example, I am using input function in Python 3. Whenever you enter a value, that will be converted into a string automatically. Whatever you enter the value, it may be a number or it may be a floating point value, that will be converted into a string. If you want to convert again into integer, then you have to use typecasting. And what are the difference between these two functions, input and raw input? Both are inbuilt functions. Both are used to read data from the keyboard, and input function is used in Python 2.x as well as in Python 3.x, but raw input can be used in Python 2.x. When coming to the next difference, in Python 3, input function will read whatever value you enter, that will be converted into a string. In Python 2, it won't convert it into a string. Whatever you entered a value, as it is, it will be read. It will not convert it into a string in the Python 2.x of input function. That is another difference between these two. And example, for example, suppose A equal to int of input, enter a value. Similarly, B equal to int of input, enter a value. So whenever you enter a value, that will be converted into a string, because input function will read value into a string type. Again I am using hint, that means string will be converted into integer, the value will be stored in A. Similarly in B also. Now I will calculate C equal to A plus B. Then I will print C. Print C. C value will be displayed as a output you will get. Suppose you entered 10, 10 will be converted in integer, 10 will be stored in A. Suppose you entered value is 20, 20 will be read as a string, because input function will read as a string, that will be converted in integer, the value will be stored in B. C equal to A plus B means 10 plus 20 will be added, 30 will be stored in C. Print C means 30 will be printed. So this is the example. And when coming to the output function, so the print statement we had used to display output on the output device. In Python we had used the print function, and the arguments are, here you see values, whatever values you want to print, you can print. And you can also use separator, you can also use end of, after printing which character you want to insert, that is also allowed. And you can use a file, that means if you want to print in output screen or if you want to print into a file, the option is available. If you give a file name, whatever output you have given, that will be inserted into a file. And flush is another option is available in print statement. For example, here you see, so print 26 08 2020 separated by hyphen, separated by hyphen. After printing 26, separator will be inserted, and 08, after that separator will be inserted, and 2020 will be printed. This is one example. For example, another example, here you see print Vignan will be printed here, and separator I am using @ so @ will be inserted. After that Gmail will be printed. We can insert whatever character you want, whatever separator you want, you can use as a character here. The default is a blank space. Default is a blank space as a separator we can use in a print statement. And next one is a end. After printing, what is a character you want to insert? After printing total, you can use /n. After printing total, you can use /n. /n is a next line. This is the default value for the end option. And next one is a file option. That means initially the file is nothing but sys dot output, sys dot output file. The output file is standard input output file. That means whatever you are printed, that will be go to standard input output file. That is my sys dot stdout, sys dot stdout. It will be printed into stdout. Here you see, this is the default output file, sys dot stdout. And flush is another option. If you want to clear the buffer, then you have to use flush value true, otherwise false. Default is false. No need to flush the data, then you have to use false. If you want to flush the data, then you can use the option true. Suppose I want to, instead of sys stdout, we can use a file name here. How to use that file name? You can, for example, you see here, fh equal to open f1.txt w mode. That means I am taking the file f1.txt, I am opening the file in w mode. Now I want to print sample comma file equal to fh, file equal to fh. Whenever you give file equal to fh, whatever output you are printing, suppose I am printing sample, that will be printed into output file f1.txt, and after that we have to close fh.close, fh.close, file will be closed. And whatever output you want to print, instead of printing the output device in the monitor, the data will be printed on a file called f1.txt. you can see the output in f1.txt. That is also allowed. When coming to the last topic, indentation in Python. Indentation is a very important concept in the Python. In C language, we will use a block. How do you define a block? In C language, block is nothing but brackets. This is the starting of the block, this is the end of the block. So a block will be created in C language by using open braces and open curly braces and closed curly braces. Similarly, in Python, instead of brackets, we have to use a space characters. We have to use a space character for indentation. Indentation refers to the space at the beginning of the code. For example, see here. For example, here you see statement is started here if condition. That means code block 1 contains. Whenever there is a space, block 1 will be started. Whenever there is a space, block 1 will be started. Again here there is a space, block 2 begins. And here you have written, this is the statement 1, block 1. This is the block 1, this is block 2, this is block 3. 3 blocks are started. And this block 2 continues because here you have written, this will be block 1, this will be block 2, this will be block 3. So like this 3 blocks, and each block must be separated by a space characters. Instead of tab, we can use space characters. Better to use space characters instead of tab. So like this we can, then the Python compiler understand that this is the block 1, this is block 2 and this is block 3. So for example, here you see this is valid example. If 5 is greater than 2, print 5 is greater than 2. We have given a space here. We have given a space here. So space means this is the block 2. This is block 1, this is block 2. Here you see if 5 is greater than 2, block 1 and printing also in block 1. Printing also block 1. Then you will get an error, indentation error, expected indentation block. Where you have to give indentation. If you don't give indentation, it will raise an error or exception. This is the concept of indentation in Python. And all the images, videos embedded in this presentation are collected from various